I think it's on. Is this fucking? Hold on, I gotta look at the other shit. Let me see. I think it's on. I suck at this shit. That ain't fucking it. All right, I think I'm on, but I'm not on the right place over here. So give me a second to get creative. Look at that. All right. Holy shit, it's on. Well, there's probably nobody here because I fucked around too long and sent the wrong fucking link. So it's probably just me and you, bud. Yeah. I'm sending links out. That's why I'm staring down like I'm not acknowledging the camera and everything. But see if we get some people in here in this chat. Get it going on. All right. So anyway, I want to talk horror movies tonight, or whatever it is for y'all, and get some people in the chat. I hope to interact and get some good ones going. The good movies, the bad ones, indifferent. You know, let's talk horror movies, like up and down, baby. And let's see here. I'm going to be checking notifications and trying to keep up with the chat if people start dropping in. So I may space from time to time, but that's all right. And here's one. And sending out another link. All right. Link's going out again. And let's see what we got here. There's nobody in the chat, but that's groovy. I guess someone will watch this later, so I'll try to be entertaining. Talking to ourselves. But one of my favorite horror movies I've seen recently is Train. People who know me, I'm sure have heard me talk about it. Korean flick. Bitchin'. I can't even say enough good shit about it. There's the scenes in it with the zombie transformations are pretty unique and done really well. The horde scenes are epic. They're not the slow, stupid Romero zombies. They're the fast, crazy, jumping off building motherfuckers instead. Yeah. It's good. Groovy flick. Acting is top shelf. You don't even really need the subtitles if you're paying attention. You can tell from their emotions and stuff pretty much what's going on. Besides it's zombie shit, so it's all pretty much the same thing. You're fucked, right? I can't recommend smoking, kids. You know, it's supposed to be bad for you or something. So yeah, disclaimer and shit. Uh, let's see. I'm gonna check my phone. Need binoculars to see this one, and yeah. Anyway. All right. You guys got a good shot at the top of my head, right? Outstanding. What the fuck? It's obvious I don't know what I'm doing here yet, so we'll get to that. This one. This one. All right. All right. Dismal failure at this point. But Tracy did say she was going to come and hang out when she got home. She's driving, so we'll hope that she makes it home safe and sound. Last Shift. Another bitchin' one I just saw here recently this year. Not an expensive flick. A little bit B, but damn good. Damn good. Ghost story. So a ghost story should stand your fucking hair up. This one did, in fact, stand my hair up a couple times. So liked it. Good acting. Cool story. Didn't overdo it with all the flash and special effects and shit. Just enough to get it creepy, tighten your flesh up a little bit. Yeah, good one. You know, it's weird you put this 30-second delay on this fucker so you can watch yourself be yourself and 30 seconds later. What the fuck? Yeah, I have not much to say to myself. So I'm hoping somebody drops in here and rescues me right quick. Do you guys like a horror movie that kind of sucks, but has a good story to it? I do. I think those are cool ones. I'm going to space out here again for a second and go send out a tweet. See if I can get folks over here. Be cool if some horror fans dropped in. You can tell how fast I'm able to do everything here. Yeah, I'm a funny guy. Right now. All right. Oh, my B button's fucking taking a shit on my clipboard right now. Or my keyboard. Clipboard. How old are you, dude? And oh, what the fuck? Boop. Out. All right. There it is. So I'm like, see if we can get somebody to pop in. Man, I'm looking at fucking Twitter instead of the chat. Somebody could actually be here. And they're probably like, you know what? Fuck this guy. You want to hang out? No. Oh, hey, there's Auntie. Yeah, I made it. Oh, there's somebody. So we're talking horror movies, lady. A subject I've heard tell you know something about. So, yeah. Let's talk old horror movies. 70s, 60s, 50s. What do you think of that? I should turn this just 30-second delay off. Look at that. Crazy Ralph made it. There he is. What's up, man? Sir Jason. We're talking horror movies, brother. Whichever. New ones, old ones, bad ones, good ones, great ones. Totally fucking indifferent, you know. Whatever. Indeed, those were the best. I like the old ones, man. There's some damn good old black and white ones that get discounted a lot because they didn't have special effects and all the cool shit and CGI, you know. But if you think about when they were made, what they had to work with, holy shit. I mean, there's some good movies out there. The original Dracula, you know, all those classics, Mummy, Boris Karloff, all them cats. That was good shit, man. That was good stuff. Good stories, which is what's more important, I think, you know. Indeed. Jason loves them. Yeah, I like all the old ones. I'm sure I've said it before. Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's one of my favorites. I say the original Wolfman. That was pretty good. You know, obviously it was cheesy. Oh yeah, Psycho for sure. Psycho was a big one, man. That one really. I went and stood in the shower in the dark for like 2 fucking hours, tripping myself out after that one. That was a good one. Yeah, I really like that one. I think that Anthony Perkins was stellar, absolutely stellar in that. Especially once again for that time when it came out, that was pushing the envelope, man. That was crazy shit. And you know, obviously the shower scene. was the big deal. Everybody talked about that, but um, him looking through the wall, fucking yanking his biscuit, dude. That was a extreme scene for back then, you know. And I realized that a lot of people probably didn't get it, you know, but yeah, that was pushing the envelope, man. That was heavy duty shit. He was a weird guy. I liked him. God damn, what would the world be without fucking hot black coffee? Terrible place. Terrible. I'm tired of fucking place too. I wouldn't be live streaming without it. And there's nothing. Indeed, yeah, I agree. The movies are always different from the book, but of course, for me, I saw the movie before I read the book, so the movie stuck as a standalone by itself thing, you know. So, uh, but yeah, the books are always different, and as long as they're not too different, it doesn't bother me. But when they take a good story and then do their total own thing with it, you know, and that just bugs the shit out of me, man. It's like, hey, Hollywood, if you can't handle the book, then don't make the fucking movie. There you go. And who knows, Jason? They could have fattened old Anthony up before that one. Maybe, you know. I guess they just weren't as extreme back then. Funhouse. That sounds familiar, but I don't know if I remember that one. I'm gonna fuck with some settings and watch me fuck this whole thing up. I hope I don't, but you know, we'll see. Ha! No, wasn't what I was looking for. I probably have to turn that off before I thought about starting this shit. Right? That meaning the delay. It's really bothering me. All right, damn. Can't change it. I'll remember that next time though, because it is weird watching me later. Oh yeah. Shit, Ralph. Hi, Jason. You know how it goes. I read and don't think about more so than who I'm actually talking to, I guess. But yeah, I might want to check that one out. But I'll do the book first. Anytime I can do the book first, I'm doing the book first because it's way more fucked up in here than anybody in Hollywood can get out, really. You know. But yeah, I like the books better. I'm got 3 Stephen King books going right now. His new one we wrote with his son, uh, The Colorado Kid, and another one of the newer ones. I can't remember the name of it, and that's what I'm actually reading. So that shows you where I'm at. But yeah, I'll have to definitely finish them before I jump into something else. Wait a minute. Let's see. I got to answer a question. Right side. Beep. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see what we got here. Hey, there's Doom. What's up? How's it going? Droom. Ha! Can't even fucking read right. Books are in general always better. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's your own head, you know? They just take you to the show a little bit, you know, but the rest you develop in your own mind. You know, that's why they're better, I think. And it always seems that the movies, you know, I don't know. It's like they don't even fucking try half the time, right? They just, oh yeah, we're gonna call it this and do this with it. You know, it's like if you can't handle the story, don't fuck with it. That's like The Shining. Uh, you know, as far as holding to the story and everything, they changed a bunch of shit to get it done. But a damn good movie. Uh, but I know a lot of people that read the book, saw the movie, and was like, "That movie sucks," you know. But it's a good movie by itself, you know, and it kind of holds to the story, you know. It kind of holds to it, but I think it leaves out a lot of parts that could have been in there that would have been pretty freaky. But you know, time constraints and blah blah blah. You know, all that comes into play when they're making a movie. But some of them just flat destroy. Hey, there's Lady Snow right there. What's up, lady? And yeah, they ruin them a lot of times just by destroying the story, the base story, you know, or just totally changing stuff on a whim that for no reason that you can explain. Indeed, Auntie's all like me. Yeah, I mean, if you know, if you did a modern version of Creature from the Black Lagoon and put a couple of kills in there, that'd be awesome. You know, definitely. I like what we have now, especially with CGI. There's nothing that you can't do. You know what I mean? So that's great. But remaking that one for me, I'd be like, you best get it right. You best get it right because they nailed that one. That was good stuff. Um, but yeah, with modern special effects and what they can get away with now, they could make a pretty cool one, pretty dark one. I would like to see a darker version of it. You know, maybe the monster actually gets her, gets to keep it. But I don't know. You know, I'm touchy with remakes of good movies. There's some old shitty movies I'd like to see redone by somebody that could do it better. But yeah, the good ones, go easy now. Be careful. Snow and Auntie hanging out. And that's Jason, Crazy Ralph Snow. Snow's one of my greatest friends on the Twitter. We hang out all the time. She was one of my first friends. I have another friend here too, Sparkle's watching, but she's struggling with the chat a bit to pop in and say hi. But hey, Sparkles, what's up? Yeah, she says that she can't get it to work on her phone for the chat, but she's here with us. She's watching. So hey, Sparkles, she's my Bezzy. It's cool seeing you guys hang out in the chat. That's awesome. Aw, Auntie says. Indeed. Yeah, it might be a laptop thing there. Sparkles, I don't know. But I know you're here, so that counts. Snow, what's your favorite horror movie, if you even have one? Snow's not a big horror fan. Snow's a very sweet creature, and she actually tolerated some horror for me special like, and someday everybody will know about it. But it's a secret right now. All right. Get these things out of my ears. I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee. This is a commercial break. This is the part in the movie where you go get popcorn and, you know, maybe some chocolate, shit like that, but definitely coffee. So I'll be right back. There you go. A word from our sponsors. Coffee. Boop. Just about kicked that shit over. You guys can't see it, but it was close. Indeed. Intermission's over, Jason. Nectar of the gods. Oh, I hit a button somewhere and this whole thing changed. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Groove deep. So let's that was a fast break. Coffee's ready to go. See, it's there. You know what I mean? On the draw. So all I really have to do is walk back inside, get it good to go. Got a pretty wife. She keeps it going for me. When I'm doing important stuff like this, you know. Indeed. Nectar of the gods. Yes, I love it. I wouldn't function without coffee. I'm sure of it. Sure of it. And I drank coffee when I was a kid, a little bit on and off. But it wasn't until I had to get a job that I really started pounding it. And then I got really hooked in basic training, drank that shit like water. And ever since. And I'm not sure I could get by without it at this point. I'm also think I'm immune to it because I'm one of those fucking weirdos. Coffee and go to bed like a half hour later. Right on, Jason. That's funny shit. Weird timing on this one because normally I would want to do it in the evening, when everybody's, sitting around and stuff, ready to look at something. But my UK fans, I've got quite a few of them, and they jump on here because if I do it at 7, 8 o'clock at night, they're all in bed, you know, except Anne. I don't think she sleeps. Nice. Trimster's gonna crash out, looks like. I thought about going to sleep sometime today, but I didn't. Naps are awesome. I mean, fuck. Everybody loves a good nap, right? All right, Andy, hit me with a movie we're going to talk about. Your choice, whatever. Exactly, Auntie, exactly. It wakes me up, but it doesn't keep me up. Yeah, I've tried to consume untold quantities to see if I can get the shakes again anymore, even. And can't even get the shakes. Let's see. Yeah. Your turn. Favorite horror movie of all time? If it's even possible to ask that question. I get asked that every now and again. I can't answer it. I really can't. But if you can answer that question, hit me and we'll talk about that movie if I've seen it. I'm way behind, man. Like modern movies, some of the newer shit. Partially because I'm lazy and just haven't had the time, set aside to go actually look for them and watch them. But I burned a few up on Netflix here and there. That's where I got Starry Eyes out the other night. House on Willard Street, I think was the name of it. That was a pretty good one. The Void, that was pretty fucking good. God, that's all I can think of right now. The most recent ones. That's not a cataract. I can actually wipe that off. How about that? Boom. It's actually kind of weird sitting there talking to myself. Down there, it's weird. It's gonna take some getting used to doing this shit. You don't know any horror movies, my love, Snow? Mothman Prophecies, yeah, that was pretty good, Annie. That was that's weird, especially it's supposed to be a true story, blah blah blah. Some of the evidence that they showed, like the police reports and stuff, yeah, it's kind of fucking weird, man. But Jaws, that's a good one, Snow. That's an excellent topic. Is Jaws a horror movie? I think myself, I like to think of horror as having to have something supernatural aspect to it. However, getting ate by a fucking shark's pretty goddamn horrific, in my opinion. And it was scary. It had all the aspects of a horror movie. But not really a horror movie. But yes, I think that's a matter of opinion. Yes, no, for you, that was a horror movie, I'm sure. If I had a favorite, it'd be Friday the 13th, the original. That's a good choice, man. That was a well done flick. I think they took it too far. The second one was okay too, but that probably been where they should have stopped. But yeah, that was a good one. I really liked it. It was well done. Snow, you win. You get a little gold star. Boop. You couldn't watch the whole movie? Oh my God, Snow. How far did you get in Jaws, my love? Because the ending's great. They did really well. All the actors were great. When they were on the boat, the three of them, all those scenes were just top shelf. Hey, there's Anne Marie. What's up, pretty girl? You found the chat. You're a hero. You're getting real good at this electronic stuff. Yes, I agree. A lot of people argue that point. I think people who didn't like it didn't get the ending. And that's on them for not paying attention to the fucking movie. Really well done, man. The tent scene. So, you know, having a bunch of little kids out in the middle of the forest fucking banging on your shit, that would be creepy a little bit, you know, for sure. I thought the scenes were done well. Plus, it's all overdone now, that whole selfie fucking shot thing. But back, you know, when it came out, there was nothing like that. So, yeah, I agree. Top shelf. Good movie. I would watch it again. Second one, the little witch chick was cute as fuck. Okay, that's that without a doubt. But, it was all right. Not so good. First one was better. Yeah. Anne's a big fan of horror movies all the way around. Me and her even watched one together that was, it was cool. You know, it wasn't great, but it was cool. Indeed. Right, Jason? Be like, especially if there ain't no fucking kids out there, then that's, you know, if like you're in a campground and there's a whole bunch of little kids around, yeah, get out of here, you little bastards, get off my lawn. But yeah, out in the middle of the fucking woods where there ain't no kids, that would be some creepy shit. I'd come out, you know, probably packing. Just what the fuck's going on out here? Groovedom. Got my little pack of friends here hanging out. You guys are awesome. Thanks for stopping by. I have no idea how long I'm going to do this or anything, but thanks for stopping by. I totally appreciate it. See you guys later. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. Yeah, Blair Witch was good. I thought the ending was fucking awesome, man. Didn't take anything to shoot it. You know, they just pulled it off. And plus it was cheap. They made that thing for like $1,000 or some shit. I mean, forget about it. They made tons of money. But that's that whole thing with all these indie filmmakers nowadays. I'm seeing some good shit coming out of nowhere. And some of these cats are using GoPros and, you know, the little camera like I got right here and making pretty damn good movies, man. So, and they're cutting all the studio bullshit out. So, you know, I'm in a room with Snow, actually. And there's a friend of ours in there that put together his own movie and is selling it. And his name's Jacob. Oh my God, Snow, I can't remember his name. Help me. It's Jacob something. And the movie was called I Survived a Night at House Harker. And it's on Amazon. If anybody wants to check that out, it's $5. It's comedy horror, slapstick for sure, you know. Cool as fuck. I laughed. I definitely laughed through watching it. And it's kind of cool that I knew the guy, you know. It was like, hey, I made a movie. I was like, cool. So, yeah. But I love it that all these people are doing their own thing and, you know, getting by and making even some coin even. Some of them make quite a bit of money off their YouTube stuff. So, yeah. The internet's bitching. I wouldn't know any of you guys without it. Holy cow. On the left, absolutely. Yeah, and they also, with the music there, you know, they had some crazy angles and, you know, interesting shots that they did in that movie too. Like Stairs had that kind of feel to it. You know, with just shooting off the side of the hallways and just the weird angles they were pulling and stuff. I always like that different perspective. Kind of makes you feel out of, ordinary, the way things are supposed to look, right? Givens, that's right, Snow. Jacob Givens. Yeah, he's awesome. Cool guy. Nice, polite, and put together a whole project on, wrote it, starred in it, helped direct it. And so, I mean, talent. Yeah, and it's funny. Like I said, it's funny. The story's kind of cool. It's different. Goes off of the Van Helsing family. So, yeah, check it out. Snow's always there to rescue me one way or the other. And what's your favorite horror movie? Can I tell them where you met your husband? Huh? Hey, Gothic Library, what's up, babe? I did a live stream with her one time too. It was one of my first ones. How you doing, lady? Anne may not be there. It's getting late for her. Because I fucked this all up. It took an hour and 15 minutes to make it function. Ha! Thanks, Snow. You're awesome. Ooh, Hills have. Is that the remake Sparkles or the original one? Both are good movies, I think. Ha! My little inner child behind me is adorable, isn't he? Agreed, Ann. Yeah, they were both good. That was one of the ones I didn't mind the remake. Story, moderned it up a little bit, but yeah, it was good as hell. When they burned Dad, that was badass. I was like, woo, there, Pops, rough go. But yeah, the whole setup with I was born and raised in the desert, so I always feel kind of homey in those kind of flicks anyway. A lot of weird people in the desert. But yeah, that was good stuff. And we're in that whole set. I was groovy. Yeah, Grandpa in the original was creepier than, even though there was the creep factor with the makeup and stuff that they pulled in the remake. But yeah, the I think it's just you, Auntie. As far as I could tell, fuck, I don't know. I could be here talking to myself again, I guess. No One Lives. God, I think that is on Netflix. I remember you telling me about it last night, but I haven't looked to see if it's on Netflix yet. What was that crazy one we watched together, lady? Green, some shit. I don't remember the name. It was all right. So I wonder if Annie got bounced out. She has trouble with her thing sometimes. Yeah, it was green something, and I don't remember Anne-Marie what it was, but it was all right. I liked it. I like anything that has a decent amount of gore in it, but not over the top gore, because I think splashing blood everywhere and throwing some guts on the wall is not scary. There's got to be content there. There's, it's got to make sense, man. It's got to have some creep factor to it. Sparkles, you crazy. Let's see if I can think of anything else. I think recently those are the ones that I already listed as pretty much what I've seen recently. Ash versus the Evil Dead. Anybody watch that one? Classic, you bet. Yeah, that was another one that back then when it came out, that was some shocking shit, man. They hadn't done a whole bunch of that, you know what I mean? And I love it when he was dancing around with the chainsaw and stuff. He just looked so happy. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it was rough, Snow. And they say it's based on a true story, but obviously the movie's way, way over what the true story was. But there was a family of people that killed people and made sausage. But yeah, in Texas, I don't think it was even in Texas, actually. I think it was somewhere else, and they changed it. But a damn good movie. And yeah, that's another one remake. Whatever. Chick was cute, but other than that, it didn't touch the original. Remember Hotel Hell or Motel Hell? I think it was Motel Hell. That was a good one. Eats meat, the man's got to eat. Indeed, Ed Gein. That's right. But yeah, it was definitely over the top, the movie. You coon shit. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, Motel Hell, that was a good one. They were harvesting people. That was rough. Cannibalism for me is good horror because I think as humans, we, for the most part, and it's not something that's part of our fear anymore, but it used to be, and I think the idea of another human being, the most dangerous critter, hunting you for food, I think is a good terror factor because it touches something primal, that we really don't pay attention to anymore. But certainly that little lizard part in your brain is thinking on it every now and again. I don't think that ever goes away. So yeah, cannibalism's scary stuff, man. It's delicious, but scary stuff. Scary stuff. Poor Cliff, right? Yeah, pre-Cliff. That's like Ned Beatty. They never get by that role, you know what I mean? In Deliverance. Squeal like pigs, huh? Yeah. Anybody hear from Rev today? I didn't get nothing from him. All right, Annie's back, all sorted. My phone does that shit too. It's an older one, and I don't know. Every now and again, it just stops working, and I got to restart it. Yeah, I don't know, Annie. I haven't heard from Rev. I hope he's doing all right. But he goes offline every now and again. I think Might be an international jewel thief, actually. He could be in Brazil. That's where me and Sparkles met. I was a steward on a first-class train. She, an international diamond smuggler. That's not a true story, by the way. First-class train. Mine's just a real piece. Yep. Yeah, mine's not so good either, but it gets it done. I like it. It's the first smartphone I've ever had. So, yeah, I'm way out of date. And if it wasn't for all this stuff we're doing here with Scream Radio and everything, I probably still wouldn't have one. But I'm learning how to use it. So, if I was DB Cooper, I'd have better fucking clothes on, son. That's a great story too, though. I often wonder, they say they found like part of the money or something. I'd have to relook that up, but I remember reading something about it. But the DB, oh, that's awesome stuff, man. That took balls, big balls. But yeah, the great robbery, crazy stuff. And I always like to think he got away with it, and chilling in Florida somewhere, living the good life. Crazy. I hope he got away with it a little bit, or either that or he died in that swamp. I don't know. But like I said, I'll have to reread that. I might be missing some facts there. I delete a lot of shit these days. Indeed. Well, it's bound to come out, Sparkles. It's bound to come out. Besides, statute of limitations is run by. It's not like they're still looking for you. Besides, plausible deniability, I said it wasn't true. So even if it hits court, we can argue it out. Besides, I was going under a different name when I was a steward back then. Indeed. Yeah, Sparkles is teaching me how to speak English. And teggies. They brush their teggies. She's adorable. These are the awkward moments where you just sit and stare at the fucking screen. Yeah, Anne doesn't have her picture on there, but she's adorable. I can assure you. Cool cat, blam. What's up, lady? Yeah, you did go a lot longer than you thought, huh? It's okay though. You're not even really that late because it took me fucking hour and 15 minutes to figure this machine out and get her up and running. No, I froze up. What the fuck? Oh, there it goes. All right. Oh yeah, you want to jump in here, Annie? Yeah. Get the fucking thing here. Blah. I'll have to figure out how to do that. Because it's not just this link. That's just the link to the video, right? One second late to work. God damn. That's a harsh realm you're living in, love. I'd probably not be too cool to my boss. Hey, there's Tracy, my love. What's up, little sister? Glad you made it home safe and sound. Got a little groove circle starting here now. And shout out to Jason, man. He always shows up. He is in everything, hanging out. That's funny. Let's see. I'm obviously doing something on the computer. Oh, look at that. Carrie's out there too. Hey, pretty lady. What's up? That's another UK fan. She's awesome, girl. Super sweet. Ha, Immunity Zero gave me a shout out on Twitter. Right on, dude. Sparkle says, I am doing brilliant. Loving it. Thank you, lady. You're brilliant. Loving you. There. Annie, I don't know which link to send you. Let me see. Empty hangout. Is that me? You. Oh, wait a minute. I think I found it. Empty hangout. Blah. Oh, yeah. I think it's this one. All right. Hold on a second. You're about to join our. I'm already in it, man. What the fuck are you talking about? All right. Let me. It says I wasn't in my own hangout, and that's just not possible. On here. Auntie, I'm going to drop that link in the Scream Chamber. So If anybody else wants to pop in, they can do that. All right, there it is. It's in the you like them glasses, though? I fucking hate them. I hate them. But I can't see anything within this distance here, none too good. So what can you do? Thanks, Jason. You guys are all cool too. Snow's like a fucking gunslinger with them emojis now. Should be. So I sent Annie a link. She might want to jump in. We'll see if it works. I may have sent the wrong fucking link. But Tracy, also, I know you just got home. But if you did want to jump in, I dropped that link over in the Scream Chamber. So it's in there if you want to use it. Came out with that emoji too. It won't let me. It says the call has ended. Yeah, you are, lady, but you do good with it. It's like my GIFs. Google Hangouts in this video call. Join. Oh. All right. Did I just fuck things up? Am I still on? All right, try that link again, Annie. It said I was in another, I don't know. It said I was in another call. The technical wonders of a live stream. Pain in the fucking ass sometimes. Oh, you know what? That might be the wrong one too. Let's see. Nope. All right. I'm going to send you another link in the Scream Chamber. I think it might be the same one, but maybe not. All right, try that second link, Annie. All right, we'll see if that works. If we get anybody over here on this end. All right. Nope, no good. What the fuck? Let me see. I think there's an invite option on this deal. Live viewers, secure. I don't know why that's not working. Oh, wow. It says Tracy's in here. Are you in here, pretty lady? Every tweet I ever made fun of about earbuds, I take that shit back. These things are a pain in the fucking ass. All right. All right. I can't hear you, Tracy, but I can see that you're talking. So I'm sure it's something I messed up. All right, Snow, you have a great night. And if I don't see you, I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow over in her room. And you have a fabulous night. If I don't see you again. Oh, I just heard Tracy. Somebody help me.
Hey, Manimal, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you, lady. Right on.
How are you?
I'm good, pretty girl. How you doing?
I am good.
Home all safe and well, I see.
Yes, I got home safe and sound.
Outstanding.
Yep, I got home safe and sound and all that good stuff. And yay, now I get to start the other half of my day.
Right, right. Tracy is one of the hardest working ladies I know. Everybody, just so you know. Hey, April's here. What's up, lady? How you doing, pretty girl?
Starting the other half of my day, but it's cool.
Yeah, you're a hardworking lady.
I try to be. I gotta make sure that we take over the world.
Fuck yeah, world domination is not easy, but you make it look easy, lady. I like that picture behind you there.
If you're making it look easy, then that is awesome, and I am glad that people don't see how crazy this actually makes me.
Oh yeah, you do great with it. You do great with it. I know lesser humans would definitely have pulled their fucking hair out by now. But over 18,000 listeners this month, guys.
We had 18,000 listeners this month, so that is really awesome.
That's really fucking crazy, man. You can feel the G forces taking off, baby.
Just try to make sure we're doing what we do.
It won't let Auntie in. Second link I sent, lady. Yeah, Auntie's stuck for some reason. That second link I sent, right, Tracy? The old guys?
Well, I can see you.
Huh. Restart your phone, lady.
Well, right now I'm on my laptop, so.
Oh, I meant Auntie.
That way I can do some stuff on my phone while we're talking, because there's always something
Yeah,
I
I
have to
got
do.
that. Oh yeah, I got that second dimension opened up over here too. You know.
Right?
Oh
There's always something else to do.
yeah, yeah. Did you get that new episode I shot you, lady?
I did. I got it, honey. I'm gonna listen to it tonight and get it downloaded and get it uploaded to the station. I'm doing a partial station update tonight, so there'll be a few new things added. Some new things will stay as is, and then I'll add stuff. Like what I do is I add stuff during the week,
Right.
playlists and stuff like that, but just keeping it fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have two of them from me now. You can
Yeah, I
spread them
do.
out
I
there
got
a
both
little
of them.
bit. Nice, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Well,
Kind of
episode 4
stoked.
going up tonight, and then the other one is going up too. So
Right
those
on.
I'm going to start rotating out your other stories and then adding in some stuff.
Okay. Yeah, and I tried to shoot that second. That that was a kick in the ass, man.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed doing that one. Probably we'll stick with that one for a little bit, but we're not going to let Whisper go anywhere. So I've already got part of episode 5 started writing on that one right now. But over to this other one, I like the way it's playing out. So probably be another episode of that before an episode of Notes to No One. But either way, we're going to keep them as fresh as we can for you. So scheduling work to do.
That works for me. We got some pretty good things on the station. We got some good stuff coming up, and people are still interested, which is a cool thing. And then I'm working on a couple of things to take the station in the direction that I want it to go. So I'm contacting some people to get some people to do some really cool things for the station over in London. So that's really cool. People involved in the station. Get some names involved in the station. So that would be really cool.
Groovy.
I mean, they're
small
enough so that I don't have to go through contract negotiations.
Right. Deal with all the suits.
Right. Well, because they're friends. So there are some things that they'll do for the station because I'm asking them to.
Right on.
But they're big enough to have a following. They've been in some big screen films, but they're small enough so that it's not one of those things where we have to go through, again, contract negotiations and stuff like that.
Cut out all the bullshit and just get to it.
Exactly. I don't have to pay them yet.
Right. We'll hold that at bay as long as possible.
Yes. So they're big, but they're big enough though. Two of the people that I'm contacting were in Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation,
Nice.
and Where to Find Them, The Mummy. So they've gotten some screen time.
Nice.
And they're doing some things over in London where they've been leads and things and stuff like that. Actors, I figured, why not ask them to act on the station, right?
Hell yeah. So, and that's another thing with this, Whisper, he's kind of always by himself. But this new one, the Two-Way Mirror, this guy, he's in the real world. He interacts with people and stuff. So I've already set up a set in a bar, kind of where the assassins go and meet their contacts and do business and stuff. So we'll be able to shoot some stuff from there. And I've got some good dialogue going with it. I think this is going to be a fun one. We're going to roll.
I like it.
Yeah, and we got Hagen's coming in on it. He's going to be the bartender over there.
Cool.
I'm going to throw him. Yeah. I'm going to throw him a few lines. He's got a great voice. And I'm going to start adding in some other people too here as I develop it. So it's still, still got the umbilical cord connected, but it's coming around. So yeah, it's I like this one. I really do. I hope people like it as much as I do, but I've sent it to one person who loved it, and we'll have it, but I don't think they've listened to it yet. I haven't had time. Hopefully they like it as well. But that first little one I did, that 5-minute one of the two-way mirror, everybody I sent it to was like, that's fucking cool. So that's why we did episode 2. And I'm ignoring the chat again.
Hey, Auntie, I don't know. I mean, I just used the link that he popped in the chat room on Twitter. So I didn't use anything different. So I'm wondering why it won't let you in. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can send it again, I guess. Ah.
Yeah, I just used the link that was in the chat room.
Yeah, I think and I think that second one I sent was the same as the first one, but I'll send a third one because I had that one glitch. Maybe it hates me.
Yep, that's odd though that if she can't get in, that's odd because I don't see why it would keep you from getting in.
Yeah, it's well, me and her did the first one that I did was with her, and it went pretty flawless through the Hangouts. But all right, there's another one sent out for you, Annie. They're in the Scream Chamber. See if that gets you anywhere.
Yeah, try it again because it should be working.
It's not working for me. It keeps saying the call has ended. Wow. Still on. Let's see. Is there?
Yeah, that's odd.
I'm gonna try and add you in manually. I think you can do that.
So I saw a movie last night called Leaf Blower Massacre. They were killing people with a leaf blower.
Was it any good?
They were killing people with a leaf blower.
Damn.
At one point, the leaf blower, like the killer used it and like put a hole in a person with the leaf, like stabbed them and then put a hole straight through them. I was pretty glad.
That's a bad motherfucking leaf blower now. I haven't seen one of them.
But I think it still was like hard, like rubber, plastic, like your regular leaf blower. I don't think it was made of steel. But one cool thing about the movie was it had Ari Lehman in it, and Ari Lehman played one of the versions of Jason. So how they managed that, I don't know. That was pretty cool.
Okay, so.
But he got killed with the leaf blower.
Called Don't Kill It the other day. And it has Dolph Lundgren in it, okay? Not a fan.
I saw that. I love that movie. I saw it.
I thought it was a damn good fucking movie. And I think it's the best. And I'm sorry, Dolph, you're groovy and everything, but I think that's the best acting you've ever pulled off, son. It was believable.
I saw it. Like, I ran across it accidentally a couple of weeks ago.
Me too. It was on Netflix.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it was the night that I watched it, the night that Bleeding Critic did his live stream, and I was trying to stay awake for it. So I ran across that film and saw it. And oh my God, I love that movie. It was so cool.
The story was bitching. The idea of how it all worked. We won't spoil anything for anybody, but look at that, Annie's in.
They're talking about making a part 2. Hey, Auntie.
Finally
That's all right.
They're talking about making a part 2 to that movie.
Really?
Yeah,
I'd
because
probably watch that. I'd probably watch that. And you know what? It kind of struck me as
it was pretty cool.
Oh my God.
Haha, there's Annie. She made it.
Yep.
But yeah,
So,
Anne Marie, we'll see you. You have a good night.
Totally cool. I like that movie.
I did. I thought it was really good. Like I said, the story itself was really good. It was the idea of how it moved and everything. That was groovy, man. And the kill scenes, were fucking violent, dude. I was like, yeah.
From the very first scene, the very first kill scene was like, holy crap.
Right in the kitchen. Holy fuck, dude! I was like, oh, they didn't do that, did they? But
yeah, the kitchen was brutal.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I was really impressed because normally, you know, it's like I said, Dolph Lundgren, man. And I don't know if it's bad directors, you know, for him or whatever, but it's usually pretty. It's kind of, you get the idea of what he's doing, but he's not a great actor in my opinion. And he nailed it. I thought he was very believable in that role and acted it out well. You know, I was super impressed. But I dodged it for a few days. I was like, I don't know. But the gun on the cover shot, I was like, I got to see what that's all about.
It was such a cool movie. Oh my God, the church scene was like, what?
Indeed. Yeah, I liked it start to finish. I thought it was epic. Sounds like Andy's beating the fuck out of somebody over there. I
was like, oh crap, the church.
Andy's got a home intruder.
As soon as I got in, I got to do something.
What? Got a home invasion going on. Well, hey, I am going to get more coffee. Yes, I have drank that whole thing. And I will be right back. 30 seconds.
Because I'm hungry. And it's been a long day. So yeah. You said the dogs are going wild.
All right, back in action. One of the benefits of
hey, you're back.
Everything's right back in there.
You're back.
I am back. It's like I said, that's one of the benefits of having a tiny house. It's all right there. Yeah, it's almost getting too cold to be out here in the garage. Another couple of weeks, I'll probably be chased into the library.
Right.
My library in the house. It's just getting too cold out here in the garage. You know, winter is coming. You know.
There is coming. For real.
Yeah, it's starting to get cold here. Today and yesterday was weird, kind of warm just all of a sudden. But yeah, the last week or so, it's been pretty chilly. I think we got down to 15
how many
the other night. Right now, I think it is probably, I'm going to guess at this and say 30 something.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
Yeah, it's the same here.
Information right here. Look all savvy and shit with my Google. I had it converted to Celsius. I was like, holy shit, it's cold as fuck out there. But no, it's 39 degrees right now. So that's really good.
Same here. So we're experiencing the same.
Yeah. It seems like me and you have been on the same weather on and off fairly regular.
Yeah. Like we got our snow on Friday,
Oh, did you get some snow, lady?
My daughter texted me and she was ecstatic.
Ha ha ha.
In a group text with her sisters. So all three of them were texting in this group chat on Friday. So I'm looking at my phone like, why do I have all of these missed text messages? Because they were in a chat that they included me in. And the first text that she sent was, "Oh my God, Mom, don't you just love the snow? I'm so happy." That was her text.
Yeah, I like
We
the
were
snow
happy.
too.
And then it went away. There's like no flipping snow outside. We were so disappointed.
Ours melted today. Well, you seen the picture I shared, when it was on the ground.
Yeah.
All that's gone.
All of it was gone. We got it Friday, and then by yesterday, it was all gone. Like, that is so unfair.
Yeah. I'm not sweating it though. We're gonna get plenty.
It's a toss up for us, but because I live in Indiana, I get a lot of lake effect snow, so we might get hit with some snow, which is pretty cool. The only thing I have to do is just make sure that my little patch of the sidewalk in my driveway is shoveled out, so that I can actually drive over it, because I don't have a truck. I have a car, so I need to be able to go to work.
Yeah, I got to shovel my stuff out, but the right now I haven't had to shovel yet. It whatever is fell is pretty much well, I did once, I guess, but yeah, it's all pretty much melted off. It rained yesterday, so that was weird.
It did. It rained all day yesterday. It's raining now.
Is it?
Outside? Yes, raining now. It rained yesterday afternoon. Well, it didn't rain yesterday evening, and it's raining now. So it's almost like we get what you get. We get it like a day later.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's definitely now. The last time I looked at the radar, it showed everything pushing east. So
you get it, and then we get it.
Yeah, but I guess it's supposed to push back down, get that cold air from Canada, and woo.
I know. But cold is relative to me and my daughters. So when people are outside, like, oh my God, it's freezing, we're outside like, but it's not cold.
Right. Well, here, after winter time, shit, it gets 28 degrees or above with any kind of sunshine. That's t-shirt weather. You're just like, oh God, it feels great, And when I first moved up here, I still had Arizona blood, and I seen that shit, and I was like, you fucking people are crazy. I was still wearing a parka and shit. But yeah, once you get used to it, you go through a winter, well below zero. It's pretty much like the first 2 weeks of February into January. That's when we hit our cold spot.
Yeah.
Once you go through that, shit, you feel 28, 30 degrees with some sunshine, man. It's like, woo, let's get naked and go swimming, baby. It's like, hell yeah.
Like, we don't really get cold. For me and my daughters, cold for us is single digits.
Yeah.
Double digit is not cold to us.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, we're the minority when it comes to our friends and family. So everyone else is like, oh my God, I'm freezing. And we're like, okay, like, it's not cold. But
it gets around probably 10, 12 below, right? That's cold, man. That's starting to.
That's cold. Yeah.
Yeah, that's feel. I put up a satellite dish one time in 45 to 46 below zero. That shit.
Wow.
Was crazy. Really? Yeah, it felt like you were dying. I could work for 10, 12 minutes.
Like this?
Out here in Guy's Ranch, way out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And it was so cold the tools were freezing to the bolts and shit. It was crazy. But I had to park my van right next to where I was working, left it running with the heater on. And I could work like 10, 12 minutes, and I'd have to get in the van for like 20 minutes to warm back up. And then I'd jump out and go do some more. It was fucking crazy. It was crazy. And I'd been living here a few years by then, so I was acclimated, but I don't care who you are. That's cold as shit, man. And the wind was hitting me right in the face, too. Yeah, the wind was coming. Oh, it was brutal. It was brutal. The homeowner was freaking out.
Is cold. Yeah.
When he seen me pull up in the driveway, he was like, the fuck are you doing? He was like, I didn't expect to see anybody come out in this shit. I was like, let's get her going. But I just scooted everything over in my van and built the dish inside there and put all the parts together. And ran out and did them piece at a time and got it up and running. But it was brutal. It took probably 3 hours longer than it should have.
Knows that you're super duper awesome.
Yeah, he thought so too. He was glad he got some football going, but I was dying, man. I was like ready to go. And I got out of there. It took me, once I was done with that day and got home, it was probably 2 hours before I started warming up. That was after a hot shower. It was brutal. Yeah. Wrecks, people sliding off the road all over the place because of the ice and shit. It was just a long fucking day. But yeah, anything that cold, you got to be careful.
Yeah, now that's cool. We've had, and again, we get what you have like the next day. So yeah, I think I remember when that was. It was like a couple of years ago, and it was like 30 degrees below, 30, 45 degrees below zero. And I was working from home, but I was working in my basement. So, oh my God, it was cold down there.
Yeah, it was
it was not working. Like,
right, and that's like I said, when we do get it, it's for about 2 weeks, and then it breaks over and it's over. But I've seen it last longer, a whole month, of well below zero. But usually it's like that particular day, actual temperature was like 26 below, but the wind was blowing. So it was 40, 46, 45 below. It was nasty, man. I was like, woo! Yeah. But got a good shot of some nice brandy afterwards, and that helped.
Brandy is always good.
All right, yeah, it was good because it was right around the holidays, and I was fixing it for this guy. He had already had a setup, but it was trash. And schedule's the schedule, I fucking went out there and, snow's 4 feet deep in his yard, and he was just like, "Damn, you brought a van up this road." I was like, "Yep, let's build a dish." But yeah, he was super grateful because he had family coming over and everything. So I just stuck with it till it was done. Yeah, got a good tip out of it. So got a big old glass of brandy out of it. So I was a happy camper. Made the ride home worth it. And I didn't hit a knock or anything. I don't know. I'm sorry. What's that?
Because you're amazing. So there you go.
Well, thank you, lady. You are a remarkable woman yourself. What do we got going here? Did you get bounced, Auntie? You still there? Yep, she got disconnected. God damn. I thought the old man running in the hamster wheel running my internet was bad. And he's got some bad shit going on there.
I mean, I thought he was doing his job. That means we're going to have to punish him later.
Indeed.
He gets punished later.
Just stop feeding him again. He's got to learn. He's got to learn.
We have to punish him later.
Indeed.
He's not doing his job.
I'm going to mess with something here for a second. Hopefully don't screw anything up. I think I messed the camera up. Ha! Am I still? Can you hear me, lady?
I can. Your camera went away, though.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing yet. Ha!
Go back up to the top and turn your camera on.
Yeah, I got it. I had the wrong page open. All right, hold on a second.
You muted your mic, I think. The animal's gone. I know, right? We need to let the old man go because he's not doing his job in the wheel. He's supposed to be keeping this thing going. Profile. Yep, he is not doing a good job, Ralph. Manuel disappeared on me. I don't see his face anymore.
How's that?
Yay!
Man, I suck at this. I had too many windows open, and I still had two of those first ones that we tried to do. They were still open. So I was in there, and I'm clicking on shit. I'm like, nothing's working. Then when I found the actual one, everything's turned off in there. I was like, I blew that. Ha! I'm getting better. Yeah, it's fun.
You're awesome. It's a learning curve for everybody. We're going to be experts soon, and then we're going to touch the world.
Indeed, indeed. Well, also there's the app you can get for your phone. You know what I'm talking about, where you can stream like right from your phone. My phone's too old; it won't process. Just like in the Amino there, I can't do the posting thing doesn't work real well, and I can't do the video thing at all. So it just says my phone won't support, my device won't support it. So eventually I'll get a new one, but not right now.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It might be a simple it might be a simple fix for your phone to be functional in the Amino.
Yeah, because I can do everything like you've seen. I can go in the chat and everything, and I can leave the recorded message in the main chat, but any of the separate aminos, it won't let me. It says it won't support it. But there's a few things like that it does. So, like I said, I think it just might be old. But
well, I'll walk you through the Amino because it might just be a setting.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
We'll do a call or a chat, see if we can figure it out.
Yeah.
And that was another thing I was going to tell you too. The Scream Radio app doesn't work on my phone. It loads it, and I go there, but there's no sound.
With that one, you might have to download the app from the Listen Live page and not from the Google Store page, because some of them, the one from the Google Play page is compatible with most phones, but some people do have a streaming issue. So when they go in and download the app from the Listen Live page, that one works because it's two different apps.
Okay. Yeah, so with the codes, if you go to the
Live page, download it, then you might be able to get it from there.
Okay. Should I dump the other one first or just download?
You don't have to, but you can. Because it's two different apps. It's two different settings.
So I don't confuse it. But yeah, I'll give that a try. But I can also go in through the Amino. If I'm in the Amino and I go to our Listen Live page, it fires right up.
Yeah. And so then you can go through the TuneIn. You can go through the TuneIn Radio app too. Download the TuneIn Radio app and then just type in Scream Radio. We're on there too.
Mm-hmm. And that link works too. If I go to the TuneIn link, it fires right up too. But if I go just to my Scream app, like I said, it loads and I get the play screen, but there's no sound.
So so you might have to download the one from the website because those are two different app packages.
Okay.
So download the one from the Live page and that one might work.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try that when I'm done with this here. Because that one has the little scanning deals. You just bleep, right? Take a picture of it or something. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those. So I will try that and see if it functions. Because one of my other followers on here was telling me that the other day. I'll have to remember who that was. But they said that
have them do that one then. Go to the Listen Live page and have them download that one. Because that's a different app configuration. I made that through a different site. So
yeah, and that's where I got mine too. I got mine from the Play Store, the Google Play Store. So
so that works for most. It works for most people, but there are some phones, I'm guessing, that everything is in a constant state of evolution. and that's a part of that package that's not compatible with some phones.
Right.
But the one on the Listen Laugh page, everyone that's downloaded that, it's worked perfectly for them. And it's usually after they try the first one and it doesn't work, then I give them a link to the other one and it works fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that as soon as I get off of here. I'll go in and scan it up and see what's going on.
Yeah, you should be fine.
If I don't listen, I have withdrawals.
No, yeah, you turn that one on, you should be fine.
Yeah. Are we going to get another Tommy Taffy? Have you heard anything on that front?
So he's supposed to be sending me the next couple of chapters.
Nice.
It's 4 parts in all. So he's supposed to be sending me the next 2 parts so that we can get those uploaded to the station. Those
are good. If any of you guys out there watching this haven't checked it out, yeah, good stuff, man. That was an excellent.
Tommy Taffy is cool. Behind Hell is cool too. That's a Dark Forest Creature.
Yeah.
So Behind Hell is on the station. That's really good. And Feed the Pig. That's the one that the Toads.
I haven't checked that one out yet. That one's on our page too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's definitely on the site. It's on their YouTube channel too, for the Toads.
Right.
But
yeah, I just haven't watched it. I'm way behind on all that shit. I've been working so hard.
Oh yeah, no, I don't get a chance to really watch all that stuff. Most of the stuff I hear is because they've sent it to me.
Right.
And then I get a chance to hear it then. But Feed the Pig is on the station, and so is Behind Hell. And both of those, all 3 of those stories, Tommy Taffy, Feed the Pig, and Behind Hell, are all written by Elias Withrow. He
don't know him.
Yeah, he's a newer author, and so he wrote a lot of the stuff like a lot of his stories are like on Reddit. Like a lot of people have narrated his stories. There are different versions of all of his stories across the internet.
Oh, really?
So Tommy Taffy has been narrated by different people. Feed the Pig has been done by different people. We just have those versions. Like we got Tommy Taffy, Immunity's version of Tommy Taffy, because that's really honestly the first one that I heard.
Yeah, that's the only one I've heard.
Plus Immunity is on the station, so he sent it to me. But there's more than one version of that floating out there. Different people have read it, along with Behind Hell and along with Feed the Pig. So Elias is just a good writer, and a lot of people have grabbed it and narrated it.
I see.
And he has a novel. He has another couple of novels coming out. So he's really good, and all of his stories are just like really flipping disturbing.
Yeah. Taffy was awesome, man. And the narration on that was just bitching. It was.
Yes, it's different. Different people have narrated it too. I haven't heard any other version because I heard Immunity's first, so I haven't sought out the other versions because I already heard what him and Creepin did on that. So, because Creepin is just really creepy as Tommy Taffy.
Yeah. The one I heard was Immunity's version was creepy as shit, man. I liked it. Yeah, and Tommy's voice was perfect.
I think our other wonderful host, Dr. Creepin Van Pasta, had a lot to do with that sounding so damn creepy. Because he's the one that plays Tommy.
Oh, that's right. I've forgotten that. You are correct. Yeah, he did great, man. He did really great. There's a lot.
Yeah, he's creepy.
Yeah. And that was another thing I was going to tell you. I did that little music bit with my friend across the street here, and I'm looking at one of those boxes, voice boxes. You plug your mic into it, and then change it into like the old school radio. And he says he's a music guy, so he's been messing with this stuff for a long time. And he said they got ones that can alter your voice in any man. He said it can make you sound like a girl. So I was like, cool. Yeah. So I'm looking into those. I'm definitely gonna drop the coin on that and get one of those and up my game because creepy Black Pasta and Immunity. I mean, they're top shelf. They got some good stuff going on. And
I know. I know. You wait.
Up my game.
Wait till you hear Mr. Black Pasta's Justin. Wait till you hear his new stuff. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you see the one that he did for BBC Ulster? The Wither.
I've got the link for it. When he sent that tweet out, I saved it in my favorites.
Oh yeah, you need to watch that. That is beyond amazing. And
the last one I caught was the one where he's in the suit with the face.
The blue. That's Wither.
Wait, oh, is that what it is? Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
Yeah,
yeah, he did.
Amazing.
Yeah, his production game makes mine look like an outhouse, man. You know, that's what the next thing I'm getting into is I'm going to start checking out doing the videos, because when I drop a video here now, you know, one of the episodes or something, I just use a still photograph. Just because it's fucking easy, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna up the game on that. I want to get into some production where something, you know.
Well, he's definitely him and Mr. Creepypasta, but definitely Justin. He's a good person to reach out to as far as like video production and stuff.
Oh yeah.
He's been doing a lot of things lately that a lot of people haven't seen. Because he's been working on this stuff. One of them was for the BBC Ulster program. And so that took a lot of time and effort to get that put together, because he has a contract with them now. So he's producing material for BBC Ulster over in Ireland.
Nice.
So he's producing content for them. And, you know, they're also sharing the video link. So he's not just recording stuff for them. The visual has to be on point, because they're sharing that too to their radio station listeners. But there's new stuff coming from him, and I am so very happy. I've got little peeks at it, and I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, he's good. Everything I've watched so far has been pretty amazing. Especially like the visuals. I like what he does with, you know, what he's got going on there. But I definitely want to up my game on that too, because I mean, it's YouTube. People want to see shit move, you know. So I also was thinking, you know, maybe doing a couple of those short horror movies I was telling you about a while back. Getting them on. I definitely want to do that one for Bleeding Critic. But I have a couple other ones in mind that are easy to do. You know, it's not going to take a whole bunch to get it done. So I'm kicking around. One of my problems is I don't have a good movie camera. I've got my real nice camera I take the stills with, and it takes video, but the lens is constantly moving, and you can hear it. So every video you shoot is all chicka 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 as the fucking thing's moving around. So yeah, not a good choice. But I'm also looking at those. But I think before I spend money on that, I'm going to get that voice box first, because that I can change my voice quite a bit, but it still always sounds like me. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'm going to jump on that as soon as I can and start making some crazy shit. But that's again too with Audacity, you know, you can go in and change all that, but with this box, you just do your presets and click it and talk. So
yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. I'm sure you've seen them in the music business. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but my friend Ed, he says you can get them for like $100 for what I need it for. You know, the music ones that plug the guitar and everything into, they're pretty spendy, but I don't need that. So one USB out and one in, that's all I need.
And that's all. Yeah. I mean, but this is you know, this is just the beginning. So there's more that I want to do with this station. And I you know, my goal is to get you guys to be as creative as possible, because I want this to be a new platform.
Oh yeah, and that's where we're rolling.
So, yeah.
Fast. Yeah. Thanks, Jason. I like that makeup too. That was I had a whole other plan for it. It was going to be way more extravagant. But I ended up just with the eye makeup and the lip makeup, and I put the base on, to shadow it, and I was going to put white over it and blah, blah, blah. And it ended up, I liked that base just like it was, so I ran with it. But yeah, a lot of people like that. I scared little kids all night long with that makeup on. And then I did that fucking stream, and right towards the end, I became a unicorn. My fucking horn fell off. I was like, that was awesome. I was like, this may indicate we're done. But yeah, that was fun. Halloween's, I love Halloween. Everybody knows that. So yeah, love that shit. But yeah, I hear you on that, Trace. We're gonna this new series I'm developing up, the two-way mirror. It's gonna push the envelope. It's gonna get nasty.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna offend some people with this one. And Whisper, you know, he can be offensive, but with this one, it's gonna be more that human, just terror, you know, shit that the things that men do to each other, you know.
Yeah.
And then I have that demon on top of it, you know, to add in a little supernatural thing here and there. But he's always going to be very subtle. I'm not going to go with any of that, you know, knocking buildings down with his hand. You know, it's stuff he influences around him with other, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's going to push the envelope. It's going to get graphic.
Well, I mean, this is horror radio, so.
Oh yeah, and that's where I was when I was writing it up initially. I had that in mind. I was like, this one's going to be the next step up, and the next one I come up is going to be the next step up. You know, so yeah, this one I'm going to push it as far as I can go and teach myself how to be worse. But like I said too, this one was really fun to shoot. Whisper, I don't know. He's you almost got to get in that place to do that character. Yeah, you know. Whereas with this character, it's got the upbeat and the negative, and you know they kind of equal each other out. I can do both characters at one time.
Cool.
Whereas with Whisper, you know, if I was doing another character alongside it, it would have to be a separate recording because I kind of have to get in that cannibal mind frame, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But the other one just I just jumped in it, and, you know, my stories are already happening usually when I look at them and start seeing them. And I just jump in and ride with it and record what happens, you know? But as soon as I seen this guy in the bathroom, that first 5-minute segment, I did that teaser. As soon as I seen his character standing there talking to himself, I was just like, this is going to be a kick in the ass. This is going to be a fun one. And when the demon showed up and he was just a smart ass, and it was just like, that's awesome. I'm going to run with that. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing that one. And it's the first one I have music in. So that's another groovy thing. My friend Blackbird Eddie wrote that guitar for it, so he's going to do some other stuff for me too as well. I'm helping him out with Audacity. Actually, he just started using it for his music stuff and has no clue. So we're trading up, man. I'm taking him to school on that, and he's making music for me. And I'll tag him too when I do load it up and everything on my YouTube channel. I'll tag him so everybody can go check his stuff out. He's an old hippie dude, so don't be expecting any you know, Pantera or anything like that. But yeah, he's pretty good at what he does. He loves it. That's what's important, you know. So, and he was more than happy to do it too. He's not a horror fan either. He's not at all. He won't watch a horror movie. But
really,
yeah. But me and him have been friends for ever. I'm the godfather of his kids and shit. So, yeah. So as soon as he found out I was doing this gig, he was like, "You got a theme song?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "There you go." Yeah, groovy. So yeah, he's gonna do a couple more things for me. I'm gonna have him do some noise for the background in that bar I was telling you about.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so make that a little more realistic, you know. And yeah, that's where my main goal. Every episode, regardless of which one it is I'm doing, is I want to get it closer to that 20s and 30s radio feel, you know, where
Yes.
everything's in it, you know, the background noise. I'm going to be recording some traffic here in the next couple of days, get that, you know, for city noise and stuff like that. Just to, I always want something in the background. And people that have already listened to my episodes know sometimes that's not the case, you know. And if there is nothing in the background, it's because I simply was struggling with either what to put back there or getting a proper sound bite, that because I'm real picky too. I've downloaded some of those free sound bites and make your own one. There's problems sometimes with those. Sometimes they're stolen, you know. But number two, you know, doing your own thing, you don't ever have to sweat that, and you make it the way you want it. So I'm going to go get some traffic noise, and then I'm going to turn right around, head 6 miles in the other direction, and get some forest sounds in there. So, and I'll also drop these for you guys too, so you can, anybody that needs them can use them.
I like it. You're awesome.
Yeah. Those gun noises I recorded the other day, I got some good ones. So if you're looking for anything in your projects too, let me know. I've got small guns and big guns. And really big guns. So yeah. In fact, a couple of the rifle shots are so big that you can stretch them a little bit in Audacity and make an explosion out of it. Big old
nice.
Big old 308. Boom. Yeah. So
nice.
Anybody that needs those, you know, can.
I like it.
Yeah. And once I get the forest one, I'm going to do probably an hour of that. So it's a continuous, you know, because like those first episodes I did with the birds, you know, you can tell there's a loop, you know what I mean? Because it's so short. So I'm just going to go out and stir up some birds out in the forest and get what I can. Maybe I'll get lucky and get an elk call or something in the background there. That'd be groovy.
That would be nice. I like that.
Yeah. They're creepy as hell. People who have never heard one, especially if you're out there in the woods alone, and you hear one of them go off, if you don't know what it is, it's like, what the fuck was that? that bugle is totally unique. Same with a mountain lion. You hear a mountain lion scream out there, it's creepy as shit.
Yeah.
They don't sound like any other fucking animal I've ever heard. They'll tighten your fucking hide up right now. It's like a scream, and it doesn't sound human, but it sounds human.
It sounds human, right?
It
sounds
weird.
human. I like it.
Yeah,
it's but nature is amazing though, and there's so many things out there that
I love it.
Will scare the crap out of you, but it's in a good way.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know, that's like a lot of people are afraid of bears, you know, just because of what they can do to you, you know. But I've run into bears out here, and mind your own business. Let them go about their business. It's pretty good, you know. They don't want to fuck with you, man. They want to go get some berries and shit and do their thing, you know. And obviously, there's crazy bears out there. Some get old and shit, you know. And they'll do crazy shit, but
yeah.
For the most part, I've ran into every dangerous critter in the Rocky Mountains, and I have not been fucked up yet. I think it's, for the most part, I think people they do get mauled by bears. I think they made a mistake. They just were too quiet, scared him, you know, startled him. The bear didn't know you were there. You don't want to walk quiet in the woods unless you're hunting, you know. Otherwise, you know, make some fucking noise, move around, you know.
Right.
Yeah, let them critters know you're out there. But
be alive.
Right. But there's also people get stupid around these animals, you know. There's stories of people going up and trying to take fucking pictures of them, you know. There's a reason those National Geographic guys have those gigantic fucking lenses.
There's a reason.
Go up and stick your phone. Oh, let's get a bear selfie. You know, that's not a good idea, man. You're probably freaking them out. They don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know,
well, that doesn't work out well.
Yeah. So I think most of the attacks are the mistake of a human.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a few. You know, you got angry bear, grizzly bear rage is like rhino rage, man. It's pretty focused on you. I think you got to piss them off first. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
unless you're in between them and their kill or their kids, you should be good to go. You know, I've never.
You
had
should
a
be
problem.
good to go.
Mhm.
I saw this video that these people had taped. They were going through like a preserve.
Mhm.
So there were lions, you know, and
Right.
tigers, but lions, like lions. And so these girls were they had the window up. They were in their car, they had the window up, they were in the preserve, and they were, you know, had the cameras up. They were taking pictures of the lions. And so the lioness walked over to the car and she got right up on the window of the car and she looked up. You could see her head. It was 3 actions, it was 3 moves. She looked up, she raised her head like a, you know, into the window level, and then she lowered her head window level again, below the level, and then she looked up again, and then she took her mouth and popped open the car door.
Hey!
And all you heard was the girl screaming and like grabbing the door and slamming it back. Then she opened the door. She looked up and she looked down and she looked up again. Yeah, she looked up. She looked at him. Then her head went down. Then she looked up again, and then she went down, and the door went click, and you saw the door open, and they were like, "Oh my God!" He's like, slammed the door shut and locked the door. But she was real, and oh my God, there was like she just looked at him. She looked down. She looked up, and she said, "Oh, okay, lunch." And if they hadn't pulled the door. If they hadn't pulled their car door shut and locked it, they were about to be lunch, which was the funniest thing. Get in there.
Yeah, lions are not to be fucked with, man.
Because she opened the door on her. She popped the, I don't know what kind of door handle it was on the outside, but whatever, she was able to lift it. And she popped the door open, and they were like in shock and like slammed the door.
It's like, holy shit. Lock the door, goddammit. Yeah, we got a place up here down the road. You can go drive around and see buffalo. And people get stupid with them. They think they're cows and shit. And they are not cows. They, especially the
like those are not cows.
Yeah, the bulls will. They get you in the eye, and you know they were coming after you. They're coming after you, car or no. They're big.
Wow.
They're fucking strong. But people get mauled by them fuckers all the time out here. Yellowstone Park and around this area, they get out and they walk right up to them because those are weird looking cows. Huh? Taking pictures and shit. And man,
why would you know the difference between a buffalo and a cow?
People are just, they think it's the same kind of critter, you know, and that's like, and even then, I don't recommend jumping up in a regular beef cow bull, man. Them things will fuck you up.
No. Yeah, they're strong.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we got big ones up here too. Some of them Angus ranches and shit, they're packing those big ton or more, you know. Walking pissed off piece of hamburger.
I don't know why anybody would walk up to any wild animal, to be honest. They're in their habitat, and that's what people like.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
They feel threatened. You're in their habitat, so yes, they feel threatened. Like that's their space. So you're invading their space. So now they're in defense mode.
Hell yeah, yeah.
So,
and they just want to be left alone, you know.
And they just want to be left alone.
Yeah, they want to go about their business, and they want to, you know,
get
their food, get some rest, find some girlfriends. Just leave me the fuck alone, you know.
There's a video you need to see. You need to see this video. This bear was tearing up this canoe. Oh my God, it's the funniest thing. And she was yelling.
Oh, I've seen that.
Did you see what she was like? Stop it, bear!
Right. Stop it, bear. That bear's like, shut up.
She's like, you're being mean. She was yelling at him. Why are you doing that?
I've seen that already. Yeah,
oh my God. And she was just yelling.
Yeah, pretty much if a bear wants anything you got, you go ahead and let him have it. You know what I mean? It's like,
She was like on the porch and she was yelling, "Stop it, Bear! Why are you doing that?" And she just kept yelling at him.
Why are you doing that? Yeah, he was going to have a piece of that kayak too, boy. He was interested. And mostly they're just curious and probably smelled some food in there maybe or something, and they're going in it. We seen some pictures here a couple of summers ago, guy's camp trailer. He left it. It was there for a couple of days, and that's another thing. Stuff that sits for a while, there critters will go to it. Nobody's messing with that. But he had left it parked out there for a while, and he came back, and that whole front side of it was just ripped off, and the inside was gutted. That bear went through all his dry cupboards and got his Chex cereal out and ate all that shit and just tore the cushions up. You can see where he was rolling around in the cushions and just having a fucking great old time. But there was nothing left.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I want to see that video again now because she was so hysterical. Stop it, Bear! She was so upset. She was
doing nothing. Yeah, and she had no effect on the bear whatsoever. He's like, yeah. Hold on a minute.
She threatened him. She was like, "Don't let me get my bear spray." And the bear looked at her, and then it was something she said that made the bear just take a chunk out of the boat at that moment. Really?
Yeah, that's a good video.
Then he just tore a chunk out of it, like just to spite her, like.
Exactly.
And she was
they're smart, Brad.
She was so upset when she told him he was being mean.
Yeah, right. You're being mean. Like,
no. She was like, "Why are you doing it? Stop it, Bear! Why are you doing that?" Like the bear was gonna stop and give her an explanation. People are stupid.
Exactly. Yeah. And even if they do understand you, he's not gonna stop, man.
He turned around and looked at her like, and she just kept yelling, and she was yelling like it was about to really be effective.
Right.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yelling at him, period's not a good idea, I don't think. Unless, if you're trying to startle them, if they're making a run at you or something, you want to defend yourself. Vocals is a good start. But right off the top, man, if they're not coming after you, let them go. Leave them alone.
It wasn't. She shouldn't have bothered him in the first place. But that video was just to listen to her yell was funny.
Yeah, it's worth it just to listen to the way her pitch changes as she's freaking out. Man, that was funny.
Why are you doing that? Stop it, Bear!
Yeah, and it would get higher and higher as she would go. I was cracking up. Yeah, that was a good.
The more he tore it up, the more upset she got. She was like, "You're being mean."
Yeah. Have you seen that video? I think it's from Russia of these two guys. There's a bear with a pot stuck over its head like a big planter, and I mean he's a littler bear, but shit, bear's a strong son of a bitch, and they got him and tugged on it a couple of times. It wasn't coming off, so this big dude just grabs that bear in a bear hug and pins his head down so he can't get to him, and just held that bear down while his friend cut the neck of the pot that was holding him. It was like one of them plastic big ones or something. So they had to saw through the neck of it. And that dude just grabbed that fucking bear and held on to him. And when they got the pot off, he just bailed out real quick and the bear took off, But yeah, it was pretty cool. He just grabbed, and I dig those videos too, of people helping animals. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It takes some balls just to grab that bear and hold on. That's a lot of. Yeah, that's a lot of critter. That's a lot of critter. Yeah. But it was a black bear, pretty sure, smaller one, but even so, that's like, you're in for a ride if he comes out of that pot and wants a piece of your ass.
Bears are bears. They are who they are.
Right. And that's where I see with all these critters, they're just being them. They're not.
They are. It's
not their fault.
You're in their territory, and so you can't expect them to not defend themselves. Like it is what it is. It's their natural habitat.
Right. Yeah, and it drives me crazy. We get people that come up here all the time that are like, "Oh, there's bears and wolves and shit out here." It's like, you're in the Rocky Mountains, son. Of course
you're in the mountains. This is
where they live. you don't want that move to Seattle, bud. You know, it's like, yeah.
Sounds so cool.
We had a mountain lion right here in the neighborhood 2 months ago. I think about 2 months ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, they move around at night though. If you see a mountain lion, it probably let you see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one of my friends was driving down the road here and seen it hop the fence right over here and run across the road, probably heading to the river. The river's right over here, so she was probably running down there. But yeah, that out of all the critters up here, that's the one you don't want taking interest in you. They're a trip. You can feel any animal watching you, but there's something different about that one watching you. They're creepy as fuck.
It's because you're dinner.
Yeah, right. But up here, moose deserves the most respect up here. A moose will fuck you up. They are super aggressive, and they don't like fire. You're sitting there with your, you got your marshmallows and making fucking s'mores. He'll come running in and stomp your campfire out.
Wow, really?
And then proceed to chastise your ass for playing with fire. Yeah, they are super aggressive. If they're in the rut, you don't want to even see them. Yeah, you don't even want to see them. They'll kill you. They're nasty. They're big too. I mean, imagine the biggest horse you've ever seen, and they're bigger than that.
Wow, I never knew that. I mean, you think of moose, you think of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Right. Yeah, and deer and stuff, and they're cute.
Right. Yeah.
They are big, and they have zero fear of human beings. Zero fear. And they'll come right at you if they're inclined to. My son actually, when he was fighting fires, they had just got in, ate food, and hit their tents when a moose came in and attacked their camp, and it ripped tents up, flipped stuff over, stomped their fire out, and he had to chase it off with a chainsaw. And he ended up running around the trees, avoiding it, he grabbed the worst chainsaw in the pile, and it wouldn't fucking start. So he was running around, trying to get that thing going, and finally got it fired up, and it chased it off, the sound of it. But
wow.
Yeah, it ripped the tents up, spikes and all, just hooked its antlers in it and ripped them out, stomped all over them. And yeah, he said it was fucking crazy.
To put out the fire. That's crazy.
Yep. They are the forest fighters. Firefighters of the forest. Yeah.
They are. Only they can see. They laughed. He said we could do it, but only they can prevent forest fires.
That's right. Only the moose.
Smokey the Bear lied. Moose.
And I didn't know that when I moved up here. I figured moose is deer and shit. But yeah, everybody up here will tell you, don't fuck with the moose, male or female.
That's nuts. Smokey the Bear lied. Only moose can prevent forest fires.
That's right. That's right.
That's
fucking awesome. That's funny. But, you would never think it until you see one.
No.
In real life, you're like, holy shit, that's a big fucking animal. Big fucking animal.
That's
Their
crazy.
heads, I mean, just the head is just, amazingly huge.
That's crazy.
The only thing that'll mess with them is a grizzly bear. Nothing else will have nothing to do with them. If they're sick or wounded, wolves will go after them, but nothing really actively hunts them except grizzly bears. And most of that's further up north in Alaska and Canada and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they're big, bad motherfuckers.
That's crazy. You would never think that. You would never think that.
Yeah, when I moved up here, I would have never thought about it that way. But moose hunters will tell you, shoot him before he gets close to you.
Wow.
Because if you shoot him and don't drop him, he's coming right after you.
Oh, wow.
He's coming right after you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, and they say it's delicious. I've never tried it myself. I've never hunted a moose myself.
Once you actually kill him, of course.
Right. And that's a lot of animal to stop too. You better hit him in the right spot because, everyone I've talked to that hunt moose say, don't let him get close to you because if you hurt him, he's gonna do his best to kill you. And then, like I said, they're big. They'll just get on top of you and start stomping on you. Yeah, just like they do campfire. Yeah, crazy shit. I love the woods though. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Couldn't get me in the city.
I mean, it's you know, nature is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they wouldn't kill me, I would love to go live among wolves and panthers. They kill me though, but you know, still.
Easier shot with wolves actually. If you you know, spend time with wolves and let them accept you, you can actually get close to packs. But I wouldn't try a panther, man. I don't know.
I know panthers are not nice.
Yeah, they're felines altogether are totally different. I mean, they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're something else, man. They're a trip. They're the gods of little
they're
assassins.
not. Yeah, they're not nice. They
they
are
get
silent
excited.
and deadly.
Indeed, and they purr when they're pulling the legs off a little mouse and shit. You know, it's like, are you having fun? You look like you're having fun.
Cats are definitely predators. I mean, that's one of the things they teach their young is how to pounce and how to hunt. Like even domesticated cats know how to pounce and hunt. And so cats are definitely
and that's the thing
deadly.
too. Cats are cats. Small, medium sized, big. They're all the same thing, man. It seems
they're all the same.
Yeah,
they all have those same characteristics. They're just very just people try to domesticate these cats and they try to make these exotic cats. They mix them and all that other stuff. This one, my friend was telling me about this one woman. She had this cat. It looked like a lynx, but it wasn't. But it was one of the more exotic cats.
Right.
And it was a cat that should not have been a pet. It was one of those cats that you spend a lot of money for because they look exotic and they try to domesticate it. So, you know, cats have this thing where they, you know, they take off running like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and they take off running through your house back and forth.
They got
so to do. This cat did it. And they had like the videotape. They you know, they had the cameras in their house. And this cat, it got that burst of energy at 2 o'clock in the morning. She said it completely tore up the whole house. Like they didn't even try to stop it. They like literally got out of the way.
Just move.
Because this cat, because it was a big cat anyway. But again, it was a cat that it was an exotic pet, you know. And so it shouldn't have been a pet in the first place. And cats do every morning, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, between midnight and like 3, for whatever reason, they get this burst and they just take off running through the house. And that cat did that. She said, and she said that cat did that and tore the house up, the curtains, everything. Like the people, they didn't even try to stop the cat because the cat would have attacked them. So it's like you can't. There are some species that you cannot domesticate, and some of these.
I don't think any cat is domesticated. They
really aren't.
Good. They're living the good life with us.
They allow people.
Some of the bitch feeds me, scoops up my shit. I mean,
pretty much.
This is great.
You become a cat's human. Cats pick you, and then you become their human, and then you do what they need you to do, and they might pay you some attention at a point.
All right, hold on. I got to go check on something right quick. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble. Manuel's in trouble. He shall return if he's not on punishment. If Manuel's not on punishment, he'll be back. Oh, I'm going to go turn off my heat. Hold on. That's not the line open. Okay. Manuel's still in trouble. He's not back yet. I'm gonna update some things. Hi, people. We're still here. We just had to go take a break.
I think he jumped in there, but yeah, she got bounced or something. I don't know. Her thing wouldn't work, so it's just making boop. All right, and I'm back.
Was that my
friend stopped
sister?
by.
Oh, was
Yes,
that
I
my
have
sister?
I have two friends, okay?
You have two whole friends. Yay. I have like three, so I feel you. I have
Nice.
three
Yeah,
whole
I do.
friends.
I do have a small friend group. I don't have a whole bunch of friends.
No, I don't.
And I like it that way. Yeah, it keeps it less complicated.
It's so much less complicated. I agree.
Yeah.
Keeps the drama to a minimum.
Indeed. Yeah, when I was young, you know, I had friends all over the place, but I used to be a hardcore drunk, and I quit drinking for like 5-6 years, nothing, and lost a lot of friends right doing that. And I was like, good. I fucking see you, man. If that's why you were hanging around me, I don't want to know you anyway. So, but yeah, it seems the older I get, the tighter that group gets. You know, it's just, I don't know, just keep it small.
It's less drama. Yeah, it's less drama.
And I am not a fan of drama. You know that.
Oh gosh, drama is not my friend. I run from drama. Like, is that drama? I'm going that way. Like, I don't do well with drama. I don't even know how to handle it. Like, I have my best friend. She is she likes to do what I call Kermiting, because there's this gif of Kermit the Frog on this typewriter typing furiously.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I call it, I call that him Kermiting, and I have a best friend who likes to Kermit. So if it ever gets to the point where somebody is saying something goofy, and and I can't, and it all depends on how much drama I'm willing to allow her to stir up, and how much of part I want to be associated with it. Because if I ever unleash her on someone, it wouldn't be a good thing. So so the times when I've had to just let her loose, they were very measured.
The Kraken.
Yeah, so it was a very measured response. Like, it needed to be done. And she stepped in, and usually once she begins, they get quiet and they don't respond anymore ever.
Yeah, the few times I have engaged with trolls, I've cut them up pretty quick.
Yeah, and she's like that, and so so between you and her, I'm pretty much protected.
Oh yeah,
so I am insulated against drama. I step back. Like, I can't do drama.
Yeah, I'd rather not. But if I see someone having a go at one of my friends, I'm gonna get in on that probably. I've had a couple of incidents where guys were going after chicks, and it's like, not on my watch, motherfucker. You're gonna have to deal with me. That's why they call me Manimal.
I'm pretty, between you and her, I'm pretty insulated. So yeah, because I don't do drama. Like, I will address a situation. I won't let the situation just lie. I will address the situation. But if you are just that person that just wants to stoke the fire, just you're expecting an ignorant response from me, you're not going to get that. So then I'm just going to go and tag her into it, and then I'm just going to sit back and watch the fireworks.
Right.
And she is going to do this, and then she's going to and it's gonna go crazy, and I'm gonna sit back and watch the fireworks. So luckily,
Oh, yeah.
I haven't had to do that much, because I keep my circle of people that I really interact with small, and in the things that I post and stuff like that, I try to
Yeah.
keep that as, you
Yeah.
know,
Keep it simple,
neutral
man.
as possible. Yeah, because
Well, there's so
drama
many
is not
groovy
my friend.
people as on Twitter that you don't have to deal with the trash and the trolls. There are groovy fucking people on there. So
Hmm.
yeah, I just don't I don't do drama and I don't do trolls, man. If you were, I have people take a poke at me every now and again, and I just ignore them. It's like,
Yeah, no, I don't. Like you said, I don't do drama. I don't do trolls. Luckily, at this point, I've only had to block people a couple of times, but nothing
right,
major. I've really haven't had a lot, to deal with that a lot. And I also find that a lot of times you get back what you put out. So I try not to put out
exactly,
anything either.
exactly.
So I
Yeah,
try
you
to I
do.
try to keep,
Well, that's why
my
it's
little
like,
bright shiny world. Yeah.
yeah, it's like people tell me, oh, you're the nicest guy, blah 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 blah, and it's literally just being polite. I mean, it's like it shocks people nowadays, and that bothers me, man. It's like, why aren't people polite anymore? It's like it's easy,
Yeah.
it's a simple thing to do, um, and I just feel if I can do it, fucking anybody can. Come on, man.
And it's a shame
I
that
should
that's the exception. That
right.
that's the exception.
It terrifies me that I'm a shining example. They say it's like, God damn, God damn. there should be better than that. You know what I mean?
It's just, it's not the norm anymore. Like my
Yeah,
kids
it's
talk
not.
about that too. And um my kids are nice and polite, and people are just so, oh my God, you guys are such nice children, or you're so memorable, and oh my God, you said thank you. And my kids are like, but
That's just
that's
being
just the
polite.
normal thing to do. And so they make mention of it too. My younger ones, they're 12 and 16. And so
Right?
we have these conversations. And my 16-year-old is like, why are people so surprised that we're polite?
Because he's not
Like,
used to it. Yeah, it's crazy.
and
And
it's
where I
crazy.
grew up, I mean, I like great grandma raised me, and
Hmm.
man, if you weren't polite, you were gonna have to talk to the strap. Simple as that. Simple as
Hmm.
that. You know what I mean? It was just that was how
Hmm.
the world was. She told me, even if you're knocking some kid's teeth out, you fucking be polite about it. There's no reason to be rude. So I always tried to do that too and tell them,
I'm
give them
nice
some
to you.
Advil.
Right. Here are your teeth.
Yeah, let me pick those up for you, bud.
Let me pick those up for you. You can take them home.
But yeah, I think to me, just the simple act of being polite is like smiling at somebody, when
Yes.
you're walking in the grocery store or sitting at a light,
Yes.
you see that dude over there fucking road raging his nuts off, just smile at him, man. It works. It works, and
Yeah. Just say a simple thank you sometimes.
exactly, man. It's like you go through the drive-through, grab some coffee, ask them how their day is going. You
Yes.
can hear it in their voice. They're shocked. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
well, it's going great. Thanks.
Yeah.
But because they're just not used to it. And I think, fuck, that should be the norm, man. You should always ask somebody how their day is, or, you
Yeah.
know, have a great day when you're done talking to them. I mean, that kind of stuff. That's just, to me, that's just knee jerk reaction, man.
It
That's
should definitely be the norm. Even just saying thank you. I tell my kids, you might be the only piece of sunshine that somebody saw that day. The person before you might have been, you know,
indeed.
a raging asshole. So, by the time
Exactly.
you get to the register or the drive through or whatever, they could be on the verge of like, you know what, I'm done. I'm going home for the day.
Fuck this
And
job.
you just
Right.
right, you just saying, hey, thank you, or being nice,
Mhm.
could make all the
Right.
difference. You'll never know unless you actually
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. And like up here, it's pretty polite here. People aren't don't have that push rush kind of feeling, you know, so people are a little more polite. But yeah, there's so many places that, you know, like people don't look people in the eye anymore.
No.
It's like some kind of, you know, they just look at the floor and stuff. And that, for me, that makes me uncomfortable. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like looking people in the eye, and I like them to look back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the norm now. It's you look people in the eye, they get creeped out. You know, it's like, I'm just saying hi, man. What's up?
Like,
You know?
I'm just saying hello. Like, oh my
Exactly.
God, I'm just being nice. And they think, you know, you get nice sometimes, and people are like, okay, what do you want? Like, what? I was just saying hi.
Exactly. And it's like,
I
nope.
really was just saying hi. And like, there's nothing beyond me saying hi and thank you.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's so crazy that is not the norm, and it's really sad that that's
Yeah,
not
it
the
is
norm.
sad, man. Yeah, it's too bad. But I also think a lot of that's changing.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays are different than when we was kids, man.
Yeah.
They think about shit like that, you know, and they like think about the environment, and they think about ethics and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And so I think there's hope for us, you know, if we don't get in World War III here in a minute. But
I swear. That too, you know, and my kids are very much so my conscience. So a lot of things that I do or don't do, you know, are because of my kids, because I want them to be, you know, good people. And so I have to set an example for them. So even when they're complaining to me about things and I want to tell them the complete opposite of how I feel, you know, it's up to me to say, you know, hey, handle it this way though instead, or think of it from this point of view. And as irritated as they may be, right, as irritated as they may be, it's like, you know, this might be the reason that this is happening, so look at it from this. Even if I do actually want to say, yes, they're assholes. Like,
right, exactly. And sometimes that is the case, but I also like with I used to road rage quite a bit. I mean, don't get in my fucking way. Don't, you know what I mean? I was the only guy that knew how to drive, period. Everybody else was fucking struggling to keep up. You know what I mean? But as I got older and started trying to become a decent person, you know, and I started just finding different perspectives. And one day this guy pulled right out in front of me. I'm clicking along pretty good in a heavy truck. Had, you know, there was almost a wreck. And instead of flipping out, I just ran a scenario in my head that maybe this guy's wife just died, you know, and he's in a vacuum, man. He didn't even see you coming, you know. He's got other shit on his mind, you know. And just that one time that I did that, it clicked in my head that we don't know what's going on out there. And it's something I always knew, but it really clicked at that moment that we don't know what's going on in these people's lives, man. We don't. And we've all pulled out in front of somebody and been like, oh, fuck, I didn't see that guy. You know what I mean? So
exactly. Yeah.
I look at everything from as many angles as I can see it from every single time. And it helps a lot, because a lot of times we're stuck in that little certain focus of our own universe, you know, and it's hard to see the rest of the stuff, you know. But everybody's dealing with something. Everybody's got a trip going on.
Yeah,
you know,
indeed.
it's if we could just cut each other some slack once in a while, I think would be a better place to be around too, you know. Just and mind your own fucking business, you know what I mean? Just,
oh my gosh, what if
live
everybody just mind their biz?
That's right, man. Live and let live. I love that saying, man. It's like, be happy, be groovy, and let everybody else be happy and groovy too. You know, and that's that whole troll thing, you know, like drama. People have emotions, and sometimes they need to express it. So at least I can understand that. But the troll thing, just fucking with people to fuck with people, that, man, just go crawl back under your bridge, man. That's just, nobody needs that shit, you know. There's enough negativity in the world without spreading that shit for no fucking reason.
And that's the thing, you know, just people are just miserable people sometimes, and they just want to make other people miserable along with them. And it's like,
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to be miserable. You can be miserable by yourself, and then but I choose not to because it's not fun. Miserable is not fun.
No, it's not fun. And you know, if you look at every animal on the planet's natural state is fucking chilling out, man.
Yep.
Relaxing. You know, and that's our natural state as well.
Yep.
The stuff that takes us out of that is all up here. It's all and how you process it. How are you thinking about it? Why is it making you feel this way? You know, there's a reason.
Yeah, it's
for
your
it.
reaction.
Exactly. It's the way you're
not
perceiving the situation. That's what
exactly
makes you process it a specific way. So I always change the situation. If it's not good for me, I see it from a different angle, you know. And
I mean, because the bottom line
works.
is you can't control, nor are you responsible for other people, for how other
Exactly.
people act or how other people treat you. What you are responsible for is how you react to it.
Right. What do you do with that energy?
What do you do with that energy?
Absorb it and let it fuck you up, or water on a duck, man. Never read the comments.
Water on a man, just be like, all right, peace.
Yeah.
You know, because people are always going to have an opinion. People are going to be people regardless, and so you can either let those. And it's not to say that an opinion or a statement won't sting. We're human, but at the same time,
Sure.
if you can look at it like it's, I got more positive than negative, then let people be them.
Exactly. And not only that, you know, birds shit on your window sometimes, you know. Wash it off and move on, man. Fuck.
Wash it off and move on.
I think a lot of people will sit and dwell on that shit, you know, and a single comment made in the heat of the moment. Yeah, exactly. And boom, they'll lock in on that and dwell on that shit, you know, and it's fuck it, man. Fuck it. Move on. And especially if it's negativity. If it's negativity, that's their problem, man. That's not your negativity sitting there in that comment, you know. That's their problem.
That is theirs. Let them take that and own that. You don't have to own their negativity. And that's the problem. So many people own other people's negative attitudes.
Right. They absorb it.
It's not on me to own what you said, because you said it. So
indeed. Yeah, they absorb it and become part of it, you know, by feeding with it. And that's why I say, just like, if it's a negative troll drop, just let it drop, man. Bird shit on the window.
I agree. Because at the end of the day, life is too short to not be happy. It's too short. You know, everybody has dark days and dark times. Deal with it, but don't unpack and stay there. Just sit there for a second, deal with it, punch a wall, go kill off a character in a story. Do what you need to do.
Yeah, I do that from time to time.
Do what you know. Yeah. I have angry movies and angry music. So when I'm in a mood, Critic is one of my, oh my God, I love him so to pieces. Because when I'm in a mood,
cool, motherfucker.
When I'm in a mood, I simply go in his inbox, Critic. Today, I need a movie, and he'll send me, watch this. Or sometimes I inbox him, sometimes I do the wall post. But I'm like, Critic, either way, whichever way I feel like I need to get to him that day. I'm like, it's a 2-movie day.
It's a 2-movie day. Hell yeah.
It's a 2-movie day.
Yeah,
he'll send me
talented guy.
He'll send me something, and then he'll be like, okay, watch this. And then once I get through watching it, he'll be like, well, did it help? Like, yes, thank you.
Indeed. Yeah, I like Critic quite a bit.
Oh, he's so awesome. He's cool people. He shared our 15,000 listener little gift that I made. Although I make those up.
You made it early. Now it's 18.
Make them. It is 18. I checked the numbers. And it was 18,000.
It's 18 now. It's
almost as soon as I posted it. Yeah, like almost as soon as I posted it. Maybe like 2-3 hours later, it was like, oh, we're at 18. Oh, yay, thanks. Now we're at 18,000.
Yeah, and that's crazy. I mean, people talking to other folks around and stuff. They're like, well, how long have you been on? It's like, July, baby.
Since July, yeah.
And we've more than doubled every 2 weeks that we've been on air. That's great.
Yeah. And
That's
we get, you know, October was an anomaly, and I know October was an anomaly because, you know, that's when the world likes Halloween, so everybody looks for it. But for us to be in November and we're only at the 12th and we had 18,000 listeners for the month, you know, and because we'd hit 18,000 in September. So we went from 7,000 in July to 16,000 in August to 18,000 in September. So we were already, you know, growing linearly anyway. And then October just happened to be in the middle of that. So yeah, we get this big surge, but you know, you would think that it would fall off because now it's not October. And you know, here we are 12 days into the month and we're already at over 18,000 listeners. So we'll probably finish the month at about 30,000 for the month.
That's fucking crazy.
You know, and going back to, we don't have any major promo. We're not in any magazines. We're not
pretty much
on
Twitter,
any TV stations, right? You know, word of mouth, and we're there, and people are finding us and tuning in. And I got some feedback.
That amino helps, I'm sure.
It does. And that was such a wonderful thing that they did for us to make us a part of that amino. And it wasn't even something that I had to ask for. They just did it because they like the station.
Those are the best ones. They're just like, your shit's awesome here.
Yeah, and they did it, and that was so flipping cool. And I've been getting some feedback from some people. I'm going to start asking. Well, they say it. And some of them have posted it, but some of it I get personally from people who tune into the station. And people have been telling me that they are really impressed with the quality of stories that they hear on the station. They appreciate the background music and the sound effects and, you know, the multiple actors in the narrations and stuff. They say, you know, it's something that a lot of artists are starting to get behind. So these are comments that are coming from actors and authors, you know, people who are finding our station, who are in the business, who are in the movie making business. And so for them, it's like, oh my gosh, this is such a good thing.
That's awesome.
And it's so they really like it. And yeah, so we're going to keep it moving. And I have an idea for another direction. I shared some of it with you here. I'll share the rest of it offline. But, you know, there's some things that I think that we can do. And, you know, it's wide open. So the possibilities are there. All we got to do is find them and implement them.
Exactly. And like I said, too, as long as we're never satified, then we're just going to keep changing. And I intend on morphing and changing my whole the way I do everything. I'm not going to I can do this. You know, I already did that. What's up next? You know what I mean? So, and that's where I say each thing I develop, I intend on upping the game on it, and that includes backgrounds and all that. And like I said, my next big learning curve, I think, is going to be, I want to start getting into the video side of it. You know what I mean? For the YouTube stuff, when I put it on there, something more entertaining to watch than just a picture sitting there floating, you know?
Yeah, I think, but a lot of evolution is coming, and people will begin to see it as it's implemented. You know, most of my day is spent looking at what else I can do, like where we can take this, because I don't want this to ever get stagnant.
Yeah, it definitely, especially live, you know, it's gotta be constantly morphing and changing into something else.
Yeah.
But I think on this note, I am gonna end this deal and go get me some food. But I definitely will be talking to you in one of our platforms or another.
Yes,
and get caught up.
Probably WhatsApp, more than likely.
Right. Yeah, I like that app. I really do. It's easy to use and you can do everything in it. So
Yeah, so
but yeah,
we'll
I'm
do
gonna,
that. And
yeah, for
I
sure.
gotta,
I'll get with you in like 20 minutes or so.
cool. I'm gonna go listen to your two-way, and then I got a screener I gotta watch.
Okay, groovy. And like I said, I'll finish this one up and probably do another one here in a couple of weeks at a more sensible
Okay.
time than in the than the early afternoon. But we'll definitely I'll jump on WhatsApp here half an hour or so.
Okay,
Get
sweetie.
back with you. Well, everybody that was on here, thanks for showing up, and thanks for
Thanks,
your comments and
guys.
everything. You're all great. Sorry you got dumped, Andy, but yeah, we'll get you on the next one. You guys have
are
fun.
groovy.
Yep. Thanks for showing up, folks, and we'll see you later.
Bye.